There's no doubt about it. Rigid Industries' Q series of lights have one of the strongest mounting systems on the planet, and you can be forgiven for finding all of these nuts and bolts a little bit daunting to put together. But don't stress, I'm going to show you how to take it from this to this in just a couple of minutes. Before you get started, you're going to need to grab yourself a couple of Allen keys, one in a 5mm and one in a 6mm. Okay, the first thing I like to do is just move the light and the brackets off to the side. For the moment, we're going to concentrate on our nuts and bolts. Now you'll see that here I've got two very distinctive piles of nuts and bolts, one of the large size and one pile of the smaller size. The large guys, they're for mounting the light to your bracket, your bull bar, wherever it is that you're going to be mounting it. So put those aside for now, we don't need those until much later. Let's concentrate on this smaller pile. So we'll see that there's 4 Allen head bolts here. Let's put those into their correct groups. Now let's find the correct size washers to go with those. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out. We're looking for 2 flat washers and 2 spring washers. And then there'll be 4 corresponding nuts as well. Again, we'll leave those to the side just for the moment. Okay, now it's time to grab our light. When you turn it over, you'll see that there's a couple of recesses or cavities in the back. Now this is where your nuts go. Now there are 2 distinct size cutaways here, one large one that's on the inside and a smaller one that's on the outside. So grab your larger nut and just drop him in there. Do the same on the other side. Now with your smaller square nuts, you'll find that one side is flat and the other side has a bit of a dome. Grab the flat side and put that to the outside of the light. Then grab your little plastic covers and slot those in there, and that's going to hold those nuts nice and tight. Do the same on the other side. In we go. So now our light is ready to be mounted to our bracket. When you're looking at the bracket, you'll see that one side is open and the other side has a brace. Now this is the back and this is the front. So we drop our light into our bracket. And I like to turn him over to the side and line up the holes. Okay, we'll start with the bigger of the Allen head bolts. First goes our spring washer and then our flat washer. And that can go into the first hole. Simple as that. Now we'll grab the smaller of the Allen head bolts. Once again, spring washer first, flat washer second, and in he goes. And same on the other side, flip him over. Line up those holes, Allen head bolt, spring washer, flat washer, straight in. Last one, spring washer, flat washer, and in he goes. And if you like, you can just give those a little bit of a nip up. You start to get an idea of why this mounting system is so strong. You're not going to have any problems with vibrations, corrugations or anything moving this light. This is as solid as a rock. Okay. Next up we have what we call the anti-vibration pads or the isolator pads, and you'll see that there are a couple of holes punched into them. Now these line up with the brackets, so simply drop one in from the bottom, and these are going to help to really absorb vibrations and soak them up so that those vibrations aren't transferred through to the light itself. And the next one goes on top. Line those little holes up, get in there, there we go. And your Q series light is absolutely ready to rock and roll now. Again, you'll see in the big pile we've got 3 big bolts here. Now you can just use the one if you like. If you've got the room, use the 3. It's going to provide you with an absolute rock solid mount. And again, it's just as simple as lining up those washers with the corresponding size bolts, and same deal with the nuts. And you're ready to go. It's as simple as that. To find out more or to order the Q Series online, head to snakeracing.com.au.